Good morning, everyone. Just checking I've got this in the right spot, that it's all nice and square up. Alrighty, let's just wait for a few peeps to come on board. It's the 25th of April. It's Anzac Day. Awesome. I can see Luba, so it must be all working. And we are getting ready for... Good morning, Julia. We are getting ready for Anzac yoga. So I was racking my brain, what would I do? And I was a little bit inspired by a friend of mine who runs a boot camp, and she was doing her class around the word Anzac, like A for abs, N for, I don't know, Z for. So what are you going to do for Z? She goes, oh, you could lie on your belly and snooze. And I was thinking, oh, how could I do that for yoga? It just got a little bit too hard to think that one through. So instead, my philosophy behind today's class is going to be the warrior. Okay, because the warrior pose, and you're like going, no, please. What were you thinking, Lise? But I think it's appropriate. I think it's apt that, you know, our men and women who serve us both today and in the past were very much humble warriors. They fought with pride and conviction and intent, and all for the good of, you know, I guess for us, for humankind. So be prepared for a little bit of warrior, and perhaps we allow that to be our intention throughout class. You're going to hear a little bit of noise. It should be nice noise. Hear the waves are crashing. And you may well hear a few little commentaries from down at the surf club telling everyone to move on, to not congregate, to socially distance yourself, because we do need to be reminded, because we're a little bit forgetful. So don't let that distract you. I'm just mentioning it to you because if you're wondering what it is, it's okay. You know now, so you don't have to keep wondering. Okay, and you can allow your mind to be fully present. So in saying that, if we sit either on a prop or a bolster, find yourself in a very comfortable position. Bolsters are lovely, or any kind of propping if you're sitting in this position, because ideally, so that we don't put load to our knees and our hips. Our knees should ideally be lower than our hip crevice. And as we allow the head just to softly drop. And as we allow ourselves to become very present and very mindful of the breath. And allow that breath to softly ease in through the nostrils. Exhale, letting the breath go. And breathing in much needed life force, the energy comes with the inhalation. And the exhalation, that softening, the sort of soothing, letting go breath. We notice the smoothness of the breath here. We notice it not being rushed or forced. Just notice that very gentle rise and fall of the chest and your belly. begin to notice the slowness of the breath, how we can really, in essence, regulate the breathing. We do have the ability to control the breath. Just wants to sit with it for another few rounds. Perhaps on these last few rounds, you could imagine that you're breathing in through straw, that very, very small, sort of narrow conduit of the straw. And you're also breathing out through that very, very small, narrow channel. Sometimes lovely to have a visual so that we can really embody what it's like to very much slow the breath down. Let's stick with this breath for another 3 rounds. And then just noticing here that as we do bring our awareness back here, it'll be that simple moving of the fingers perhaps and toes, always keeping that softness of the gaze. The gaze can still be slightly down. If you don't need your bolster for any more of the practice, we'll gently let it just sit out and off to our side. If you've got blocks, or I've seen some good little makeshift blocks, awesome. So Julia's one with her contact around them, her books. Bring your feet together. We'll find cobbler's pose or butterfly pose here. And keep the gaze still looking down for me. We're not sort of pulling it in too tight. We're just letting gravity at this stage sort of roll with us on this. So if you do feel that you can explore it any further, then find that on the exhale. And if it's the elbows softly pressing into the legs, so be it. Though keep the spine long and straight. So watch that you don't round the back. Keep that beautiful length to the spine. Start to awaken this inner leg line. So I'm going to keep us here just for a few breaths, but what I want us to, I guess, keep in mind, it's sometimes lovely having an intention as we sort of sit in class. In that you can allow the mind to stay within that realm of that intention. So for example, I'm thinking today's intention for the class, not necessarily I'm saying it's for you, but for our class, my intention for the class is that idea of strength, that noble, humble warrior, the idea of being truly focused on the task at hand, that commitment, that relentless commitment that just continues. And then also the passion. And then breathing in very slowly, allow us to lift up from here. Just assist the knees to come into close. Swing both legs around to your right hand side. Jump your right leg over the top of your left leg. The Lord of the Fishes pose, Matsyendrasana. We've got great stretch for this lateral ITB, this side back of the leg, but also those glutes. So give it a little hug. Use your left arm to pull the leg into the body. Again, if we think, let's just keep reminding ourselves of that, that humble warrior, that person that stood so proudly, and find that same sort of proudness in our practice, leading with the heart, leading with the chest. Exhale as we twist into this one, the idea of always standing tall. Allow yourself on the inhale to release and come from here. Let's change it, do a quick switch. Tuck under, jump over. Arm in. Again, that length, that proud, tall stance that we take. Sit down then firmly on the left sit bone as we prep for the twist. Now as we inhale, allow yourself to gently unspiral out of the twist. Bring the two soles of the feet here, just flat onto your mat. As we hold on to the shin bones, imagine ourselves going into cat-cow where we round the back and we flex the back. We've just got our hands holding onto our shins. The round back, let your exhale, this is where we roll, we round the spine. So think, there was my cat. And how would we recreate cow pose? Inhale, chest high, that heart lifting and extending to the back. And taking it again, exhale, round to the back. As I find that width across the shoulder blades, the inhale, lift the sternum, that proud, humble warrior, exhale. And then inhale. Last two, around to the back. So those abs are on now. Your inhale lengthens. One last one, exhale round. And then the breath comes in. So we go into almost like that camel pose in a sense. Come back for a long straight back, lengthen the two legs long here. As we pull back the toes, raise the arms. Once again, lead with the heart. Come forward. Be proud. Allow the chest to soften down towards the thigh. Let go of the head. Soften into it. Both those hamstrings opening up and perhaps having this sort of little conversation with us. Know that we can always pull back the feet or the toes. Let the heart keep creeping forward. The head follows. And just mindful that we just don't round or collapse through that upper part of the back or spine. Take the breath in as we release the hands, very slowly allow the spine just to lift and stack here. Swing the legs around to one side, allow yourself to find all fours here. Stack knees underneath the hips, have that nice flat back to start with. We'll open up the right arm towards the ceiling and then thread it, palm will face up initially and tap it underneath. And we'll try a few of these. Inhale to open. Good. Exhale to thread and to tuck. Let's take a couple more. Inhale. Exhale, thread, tuck. Good, one more inhale, and this time we get to hold it down here. Perhaps the palm can face down. And as that palm faces down here, what we get to do is pull back towards this right edge, the right side of the mat. Leave our head as it is, slightly off the floor. And then when you're ready, lower the head down. I'm going to make a change with this arm. We'll lengthen it up above our head today. Reach it tall. And can you feel how that starts to open up through this left side of the body now, this left armpit? So it's walking up towards this, maybe past the top edge of the mat. Bring that left hand back in and bring the right arm out, back underneath. Slide the left leg back, press through your heel. Start to feel that calf will really release here. Real deep, fleshy, meaty part of the calf gets stretched through here. Bring the left foot in. I'll show you this way, in behind the back of this right knee. Now I know it's not always possible to have the foot flush onto the floor, and that's okay. Again, our intention is to work this heel down to the floor. If you can get it, what you might do is just creep or ease the body weight forward. You can see how my heel's starting to lift off, but then I work pretty hard at trying to stretch it back down there. Really getting that deeper now, more that Achilles tendon. I think some of these stretches are really pertinent at the moment because with perhaps a little bit more movement and activity from people walking and being more physically active, it's really important that these legs get nicely stretched. So when we ease out of this one, that same left leg, go back and step it behind once again for me. We've got this right foot tucked under and the right knee on the floor at this point. See if we can fire up that belly and get a little stronger in the core. As I weight down through my hands and this back left foot, see if we can just start to perhaps hover the right knee off. And if we want to go a little bit further, can we actually pull the toes of that right foot off and holding it? But not holding the breath. You're really mindful that we've got that really firm contraction of navel to spine. Good. Ease it back down. Let's go back to knees. We should be at that idea of our left arm opening up, getting ready for it to then thread and tuck under. Take the twist again. Inhale to open. Exhale to tuck and to thread. Open up, inhale, thread and tuck under on your exhale. Take another 3 before we plant it. Open up 2. So there's a really great opening of this twisting into that thoracic. We plant this guy down now. This is our last one. We stick the hand, we pull back. We don't rest just yet. We really want to, open up across the back of our left shoulder blade, and then we're good. Get ready to head on down. If that right arm lets you, we might walk it up. I'm going to walk it right up above my head here. In comes our right hand, then the left follows. Go back to this calf stretch on our right foot now. Back through that heel, work it back. find the stretch more into that fleshy, meaty calf. If we've got toes tucked under on that back left knee, we could then just hover the left knee. Perhaps we might leave it at that. If you want to go a little bit deeper, then off we go. We're going to lift that left foot far away from the mat and hover the left shin. Let's go back to dog pose here. So those hands are here at the front of the mat. Hands spinning inwards, those jam jars turning in. The upper arms tucking in and under, allowing the shoulder to plug itself snugly into the capsule. Heavy heels down towards that floor. Let the right heel lift to allow the left heel to drop a little deeper. These calves they're really getting a good stretch in there now. So this is the last of those sort of deeper calf stretches. Lift up the left, drop the right down. Lift the right and drop the left. Lift the left, drop the right. Good. Equally weight those two heels down. As we prepare for three-legged down dog, send the left leg back and up. Breathe out, bring the left knee into the chest. Check out those hands. Let's look and step through. Good. Hold it into low lunge to start off with by pressing the left heel back. Start to open up that front of the hips. Drop the back right knee. Straighten the front left leg, this single-legged Hanuman pose where the left toes pull back and we draw this left hip back. Feel free to use your blocks if that gives you more stability. Again, it's that idea of chest to thigh. When that left hip back. Then into that front right knee. If it's a little too far away from you, then just creep it back in. We're thinking knee over the ankle, and same with this back one. My right hip is over my right knee. Allow the right hand to come to this left knee. Left hand onto the hip and twist it. So we've got this little bit of work going on here in this oblique system here. Breathing, come back to center, tuck the toes under on your back right foot. Let the left hand rest onto the left thigh, extend the right arm up. So we're starting to think, say, a half of a camel pose. The right arm is the one that's going to extend up and back. So again, think tall, lengthen through the crown of the head before we lift up and over. So this right arm is heading out back now. If we imagine that we're doing breaststroke, that right arm, we're also going to twist the body, so it's probably not perfect breaststroke. That right hand's going to come around towards this left heel. And then the left arm's going to extend up. Breathe out, bring that left hand back over onto the thigh and return the breaststroke back up towards the ceiling. Come over to the opposite knee. Give me that twist again. Slide the right hand then down the outside of the left leg. Perhaps it sits on a block. So your choice here. What works comfortably for you. We can initially keep that left hand onto the hip as we straighten out. If that feels comfy for you, the back right gets to right leg straightens out and this left arm starts to go upwards towards the ceiling. Bring the hands into a prayer position. You can rest the chest onto the thigh. You can take just a little hover if you wish. This is that very start of this humble warrior. Feel strength, feel power, and feel that commitment into the pose. Hands come back to the floor. They frame that front left foot. Let's break it. Step back. Walk the legs out, up and down. They can be a little bit quicker than that first version. Where they were one up, one down, maybe they walk a little faster down the legs. Good, let each heel equally weight down. Lead back with the right leg. We lift it. We bring it in, we look forward. We go to low lunge, step softly. Hips drop lower than the knee. Again, use your blocks if you feel that you want to strain the neck otherwise. Drive back through that left heel. Reach the right knee, now more forward. Drop that left knee. Off we go. Send the weight back. Pull back the toes. Pull back the right hip. Find the chest meeting the thigh. We've got that nice soft relaxed neck here. Breathe in, bend the knee. Plant the foot. Raise that trunk. So if we feel like maybe, which mine is, a little bit more in front of my knee, just bring it on in. We really want to make sure that we've got that nice stack. We're all about protecting the knees. We have opposite hand to knee. Same hand onto the hip. Let's rotate around to that right hand side now. Breathe in, come back to center. Right hand rests onto the thigh as our left foot tucks under. The left arm extends up. We have that option of just hanging out here. We don't have to go any further. If you'd like to go into the half camel, remember, don't crush through this lumbar. So we've got navel pulling up and into the spine. I'm lifting tall as I attempt to extend over. Again, all about getting out of that lower back. Keep going, windmilling that arm back, that backstroke that we talked about to the heel. And if we want to add the right arm, it comes up with us. We go into almost like a dancing version. As we come back up, inhale, the hand comes onto the knee, so my left hand comes onto my right knee, my right hand sits onto my hip. Here we go back into the twist. Though we slide the hand down towards our block or our floor. Going into a deeper twist, get these legs and arms working against one another. Take the option of our back leg extending or straightening out here. Perhaps the right arm gets to go up as well. Return the hands back into a prayer. Palms meeting. Work leg and arm into each other here. Then if you want to go that next extra step, slightly lift off the thigh. Return the hands to frame that front leg and we're back. Walking out again. Giving that little right leg a bit of love. Walking the heels up and walking the heels down. Good. Let them equally weight down towards the floor. Be strong for me here. Let's find a plank pose. Find these if we need it. Again, remember they're very strong, powerful, focused warrior, our men and women that served us with their commitment, their focus, their drive, their passion. Stay with it. Good. Exhale, we're back and up and plant those heels. Come and find the left leg leading. Bring the knee into the chest, you're looking at the hands, step through. We're going to go a little higher. So we go now into lunge warrior, where those arms rise. Strong and powerful with the arms. Focus with the mind. Sit those hips deep. Keep that whole intention of that strong, powerful, committed, humble warrior, where we are in number one. Now we're in lunge warrior one. Let's plan it to traditional warrior one, where that back foot pivots and plants. It spins the pelvis a little bit more, which means it's often harder to get the shoulders back around. So realign warrior one. Okay, you know warrior two, split the arms, reach, drop the shoulders. Find the dancing version. Lift the arm up, slide the hand down the back, stay strong. Don't let the mind wander. Left hand comes around but behind the back, interlocking with the right. Pull the hands down. Now this is actually called Humble Warrior. The chest drops down between the legs and the arms flip. Stay with it. Bring the hands down to frame the foot. You'll find Warrior 3. Pick up that back leg, so slide it and lift it. Blocks can come in if we need to, or if you need me, like me, if you've got something you want to hold on to. Desk, chair. Then balance. So remember, our balance comes with that pure dedication of keeping the body and the mind simply focused. Don't let your mind wander. Warrior 3 comes when we lose the hands. They could go out back, they could go out in front, wherever feels right for you. Let that warrior step back into low lunge. Frame the foot, step back. Again, let those legs get happy by walking them out. Let the heels equally weigh down. Return that strength and power in the core. You'll find your plank, whatever variation that works best for you. Again, we're going to hold. We're here about building strength, building character, building that power, commitment to keep going. There's going to be an element where we start to falter. Perhaps we start to let the mind wander, bring it back. Keep the strength, keep the power. Find down dog, up, back. That's your rest. It's nice to know you can use down dog as a rest. Press the mat away from you. Get yourself back into the back body. Okay, that lower back, lengthen, stretch it, drop heels, keep them strong. Those legs, don't let them collapse on you. Raise the right leg. Bring it in, look through, step through. Here we go. Press to rise. Sit in those hips. It's an awesome long leg version of your low lunge. It gets us back into that hip flexor. Lunge Warrior 1. It finds traditional Warrior 1. We call it Virabhadrasana. Warrior number 1. Glue those arms in close to the ears. Strong with the fingers. Spread them if you wish. Here's Warrior 2. We just split those arms. We reach out long through them. Drop down through those shoulders. Keep the chest high and proud. Here we go with that tip back version, dancing version of this. Reach the right arm up. Feel the stretch through the belly. Humble Warrior as we interlock the fingers. We drop the chest down so my shoulders fall down on the inside of the right leg. Awesome. Hands frame the foot. This is where we come to Warrior 3. Spin that left foot around now. Lift. Support yourself where you need to. With hands, blocks, any other prop. Square the hips up. Find the pelvis parallel to the roof. Loose the hands if you wish. Find low lunge. Find down dog. Walk them out. Happy legs. And you know what's going to come. Ready? Are you ready? Heels equally weighted down. Inhale. Into plank. Find your version. Find that inner strength. Dropping into the belly, armpits away from the floor. Soft neck and head. Let the abs take it all. If the mind wants to wander, pull it back in. Stay true and committed to the pose. Soften the knees down to the floor. Sit back into your heels for me here. Find a version, find an alternative here. This is actually called hero pose. There are two versions of it. This is, I'm going to call the simplest of versions. Some people might be sitting on their bolsters. The stronger version is actually where you'll see me now spread my heels and wriggle my bum down between both of the heels. It's this as opposed to this. Okay, notice the difference. I collapsed into the spine and my heels are way far apart from my thighs. So either any of the above versions. Sometimes people recommend getting the flesh of the calf. You'll see that often practiced. Again, think of your yin. Find that edge without tipping over into it. I know it's tough. Find the focus. It's okay. Breathe through. We know that it doesn't have to be that, we talk about in our yin, getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. It doesn't have to be unbearable. We do need to know that there's a conversation going on though. Let's just take 2 more breaths. Ease up, use those mangrove fingers, push up, down dog again. Be strong in your arms. Don't let them bend or buckle. We're hanging in here. We're not going to lose the fight. Just stay within your edge though. And soften everything else that might be wanting to start to pull up on us. Just let it relax. We're building that, that power and strength in the upper body. Let the left leg rise. Breathe out, bring the knee to the chest. Step through lunge, warrior 1. Okay, press, drive, left. Let's flip straight away to warrior 2. Here we've got side angle pose. Right arm up, left arm going down. Still the warrior legs. Lengthen the right arm over into the ear. Look underneath that right armpit. If you want a stronger version, add the left arm. Hands come to heart. Pivot onto the back, right foot. Spin and take your twist to the other side. We were there a little earlier on. Allow the hips to still stay soft and dropped. Okay, if we're a little tight in the legs, these warrior legs, we're down on that back right knee. Really, really important. Lift up from here. You're still facing left. This is your reverse warrior. I would say the strongest because we've got a reverse twist. And can we do the dancing version here? Hand onto the back leg. Front right arm goes up. Walk down and over that left shoulder. Be strong and powerful in your stance. Leave the right arm where it is. Left arm comes back around. We are definitely in lunge warrior 1. Bring the hands to the heart center. Bend to the back knee. We're going to go to step the 2 feet into a squat. I call this easy chair. It's got a few different names. Some people call it lightning bolt. And it's got another really strong, powerful name, like, I'll think of it. But it's a really strong pose in the legs, so it's quite powerful. Hands press firmly, the elbows are in line with the wrists. Keep shoulders heavy and down. Higher arms if that feels comfortable. Glue the inner thighs together. Okay, feel the strength and the power in the pose. Don't let that distract you. Hands back to heart, stand. As we find our tree pose, balance, on your right foot. Bring your left foot up and in. Press into one another. Again, knowing our intention is to remain focused. Keep our eyes steady. Be committed. Be driven. We will not falter. And the higher arms if that balance is there with you. Back to hands to heart. Let's see if we can find warrior three again here. Kick out that back left leg. Allow those wings to extend back. Lunge back. We're back. We're walking. Let the heels equally weight down. Take that breath in, you know where you're going. We're holding it strong. We're keeping the focus. We're staying true, committed. Feel that power. Start to have to kick in the strength, the energy. Exhale, we're back. Allow the right leg to rise. We're in, we step through straight away. Lunge, warrior one, we know it. Press down to rise. Keep the power in the arms and let them soften. Straight away into warrior two, plant and split. Right arms out there in front. Side angle pose, right elbow could either rest onto the thigh, or it could find itself down towards the floor. You'll block, the left arm floats up. Off we go with that left arm if we wish. Let it snugly fit around the ear. A little stronger drive through that right leg. If you want to lift the left arm, the right arm, we've got both arms. Then they come to prayer. This is where we do the spin and the pivot. We've got to jump the left elbow over the right knee. If we're tired, we're down on that back left knee. Otherwise, keep proud. Stay strong. Stay focused with that breath. We lift up on the inhale. As we split those arms, that's the toughest one. This is our hardest gig. Off we go, reverse warrior two, and we can make it a little fancy. I'm finding the dancing version of it. As we return back to the front of the mat, the arms come back, reach up. Then they're in that heart as we come to step together and we squat. Oh, that's what it's called, the fierce pose. I knew why I was putting it into this. I just remembered. The fierce, which I guess because of the strength, if you add those arms, it's quite strong. And the deeper we sit, and maybe we can go there, the more we commit to it. Okay, drive it up, inhale. As we find tree on the left leg, arms come around, we might help the right come up. Do not falter with that gaze. Stay committed to the balance. You could start in prayer perhaps. You could add higher arms. That drive of staying still, not being distracted. Your mind is on the job. As the hands softly come to the heart, we continue with this balance, that last variation of warrior three. Swing the arms out in. They could even stay here in that heart center, your choice. Soften into the back knee, front knee, and you're there. You're back. We get to walk those happy legs out again. Oh, you know what's coming. And it's all good for us. Down go those heels. Off we go. We're there. We know what we need to do. We have a job to do. And we will not go down lightly. We will stay to the very end. Find the back of the thighs pulling up to the roof. Don't let gravity succumb to you dropping into these knees. If they're straight, they're straight. Good. Soften into the knees now. You can take that rest. Just a moment of rest. There never really was a lot of rest out there on those battlefields. And they were always working. One eye opened, one eye shut. Really, let's inhale, draw ourselves back to that hero pose. But swing the legs around when you're ready. Come take a seat. We started off with this in this cat-cow version, but I'm bringing us back to boat. It requires full commitment, full focus. And I guess as we hinge back, we keep the spine long and straight. And my thinking, my intention behind this is knowing that our Anzacs arrived on boat and how strong they were to move from the boat to the shores. Engage the belly, get stronger. Lighten the hold, and get stronger again. If you want to fully commit to it, glue the inner legs together, find that last little element of contact in the belly. And can you still stay proud here? Still with the heart lifted, the chest high, that dignity. Bring the toes in along the floor. We will not falter here. We will stay strong in this. Keep your gaze, keep your focus, lift the feet and hang in there. Okay, this is your pose. I'm not going to cue you. Don't let the mind falter. You will come out of it when you're ready. You'll know where the edge is. We won't cross the edge. Rest when you do decide that that's the time will be to place the feet onto the floor, the forehead to the knees. Take that one moment of one eye open, one eye closed, always on guard. Always on guard. Let's find it again. Don't lose it as you start off. We will not let our guard down. We will stay strong all the way through the pose. There's not a moment that we will let the belly drop or soften. We will keep proud with the chest high. And if we're going to commit a little further, we've got more belly. Therefore, we have less arms. You can slide the feet, commit more. If you've got a little more in you, let's go higher with the legs. Keep the gaze strong. Have your eye on the target. Stay with it. And only you know when it's time to pull out. Again, stay strong as you lift up. This is our last one. This one is where we're all in as much as we can. No men down. We're in, bellies are in, we're on, we're committed. We are there. You choose, you stay where you feel comfortable. You commit 100% to this one. This is for the Anzacs. Hold it, but don't hold the breath on me, yeah? You make the decision, you're in charge. You pull out when you are good, when you are ready. We'll find our way slowly down to meet the mat. You're still committed for me. Don't falter as you come down. Stay strong to the last moment of rest. The last moment of rest. If you want to have long legs, you're most welcome to. You can also stay with bent legs. This is where we are rewarded. Your choice as to how you move into Shavasana. This is the gift to us for the effort, for the commitment to coming to class. And Shavasana is only effective to this degree when you've put in 100% into your practice. Lying down and just dropping into, say, 5 minutes of this rest never feels as good as it does before, or as it does, should I say, after a practice. Refine your breathing, your breath, your life force, your energy. It's there on your inhale. You can soften and let go on your exhale. Hold on to nothing. Allow yourself just to dissolve. Find ease and grace in this pose. Allow yourself to just simply surrender. we slowly start to become more connected and attuned to the sounds that are around us. You might use that just to bring or draw your awareness back into the space here. That could even be that gentle move of the fingers and toes as well. As we walk the feet in, we allow ourselves just to roll over onto a side that feels comfortable and restful for you. And when you're ready to come up in your own way, keeping the gaze low and soft, come and take a seat. And let the hands start here in the heart. May we walk through today with that beautiful, full heart of gratitude. I was walking along the Esplanade this morning, and there's this beautiful old lady who she walks nearly every day, and I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure she'd be close to 90 in the shade. And I heard her talk. She always talks to everyone talks to her, and I heard her say to a young girl today, it's because of those Anzacs that we're here today, and I'm sure in her lifetime she has seen a lot. And it's a day of gratitude, it's a day of remembrance, it's a day of being proud. So many of the apartments here have got Australian flags all flying, and still got all their candles still sitting out on their balconies or on the houses as we walked through the houses this morning as well. So thank you for being 100% committed today, for always being committed to me. It's beautiful. And perhaps today, rather than finishing with Namaste, we finish with that respect of saying, lest we forget. Lest we forget. So beautiful, humble warriors. Have a lovely Saturday. You're welcome now to use me as an excuse to eat your way through your Anzac cookie jar with a cup of tea. And I will see my yogis on Monday night. 6:15 is the next time we come back and practice again. So thank you. Thank you for being with me this morning and for sharing a beautiful day, a precious day for all of us. Take care, stay safe, most importantly, stay strong, stay healthy. And I will sign off for you.